Hello friends, welcome to a new tutorial on Metastock. I am your guide to help you use this software in a more efficient way. So in this particular lesson, we will be talking about X and Y axis properties of a chart. Suppose when we are opening any chart, say for example, here we have opened the chart of Nifty. Here you can see the name and it is on daily time frame. Here you can see it is written as D. So this D means daily time frame. So when you open a chart, you will see what is the oldest data that you can see on this chart. I am clicking here on this zoom reset button and it will show me that the last updated or the last uploaded data is something May of 2020, right? Whereas today it is May of 2022. So approximately 2 years of data it is showing. Why 2 years of data? Now Nifty is trading since 2001, right? We at any point of time, if we are interested in long-term analysis of Nifty, then we may want to see 20 years worth of data, not only 2 years. Not only that, there are many things that we can change. Suppose these vertical grid lines are there. We may not like these vertical grid lines, so we may have to remove this. So all these things can be done from the x-axis properties that I am going to show you right now. So all we have to do is to right click on this x-axis, right? So look at these months here, September, October, November, December, all these months. This is the x-axis of the chart. We are right clicking here and choosing the x-axis properties. This particular window opens up. Here there are various tabs: scale, periodicity, margins and grid. So I am talking about scale. This is the date which we will control from here. So first date and the last date, right? Now we can go to the history to any date we like, right? Say I am choosing a date from 2010 and this particular date is also, I am putting it behind. This particular date, the loaded date, should be behind the first date which is displayed. So I am putting it 2009 and I am applying it here. I am closing it. Now I am resetting the data. Now you will see here. Now you will see that the last updated date is 2009, right? So at this point of time, you can take this bar to the left and you will see how prices behaved in much deeper history, right? So this is how prices behaved in 2015, January, February, and you can go to the history like this, right? So 2010 and 2009, you can set it even beyond that, right? So here it is 2005 or 2004, like this, right? So here you can go even to 2002 and 2000. So for NSE Nifty 50, there is data since 1995 and you can choose to see the Nifty chart from any date from this time frame. So this is how you can see the old data, how Nifty behaved. Now definitely there is an easier way. You can turn the chart from daily to weekly or from weekly to monthly to see it more clearly, but this is how you can set the date to see past price actions, right? So this is one point. The next point is, suppose you don't want to see these vertical lines as grids. When you have zoomed in, these vertical lines will denote 1 week, and when you are zooming out, these vertical lines will show one particular month. When you are zooming out much farther than that, suppose you are on a bigger time frame, then these vertical lines will show you 1 year. So suppose you may not like it and you want to remove it, so it's easier. So you go to the x-axis properties again, like this and go to grid, and you can just delete this show grid. You can untick this box and they will disappear, right? So it is this easy. Now there is no grid line. The vertical grid lines are now gone. And here I am taking them back. Here it is. And one more important parameter is there is margin. So this margin sets how much data you want to see to the right of your chart. So this is the area that is remaining vacant, right? So if you increase this right margin, suppose I'm increasing it from 10 to 100, so you will see the right margin will have increased and the chart will be compressed to the left. So this is how it works, right? So it entirely depends upon your perspective. Whatever you are comfortable with, you can set it. So this is how things are done. So these were the x-axis properties. Now there are some y-axis properties as well, and I am showing you now the y-axis properties. But before that, I want to tell you why the y-axis, because in the y-axis there are only scales, right? The price scale in the vertical axis. So why would you like to change it? I am showing you with an example. Suppose let us open a chart of say Infosys. Here we go. So okay, so this is the line chart of Infosys, and this line chart again extends to 2020 May. So I am extending it to the backward, and suppose we want to see data from, suppose, anywhere from 2020 or even below that. So okay, so this is some 22 years history of Infosys, and you will see that date last price is approximately 1455, and some 22 years ago we do not see much volatility, right? So in order to reveal how volatile price was, we may want to how volatile price was in the past, right? In these phases when prices were approximately 100 or in the 200 region, we may want to expose those volatility, and to do that there is only one way, and we have to change the scale of y-axis to the log scale. Right now it is linear scale, and we want to turn it into a log scale. Because we are turning only the vertical axis to log scale, it is called semi-log scale. We are not changing the x-axis, the time axis, to the log scale. Hence it is also called semi-log scale. So we are applying it, and at this point of time, with this log scale, you can see much volatility here. This is how actually the price of Infosys behaved back in 1999, and after that there was a big fall. The dot-com bubble bursted, and this is what happened to the price of Infosys. So in log scale, what happens is that the prices are no more linearly placed. You can see the double of price. Suppose prices are rising from 50 to 1000 and then 1000 to 2000. So when prices are doubling, that doubling of prices are taking equal spaces, right? So it will take the same area when prices rise from 250 to 500, from 500 to 1000, and from 1000 to 2000. So every double of price is given the same space. So that is how log scale works. And when we are analyzing a bigger time frame charts for longer term analysis, so this log scale becomes very important. And this is how log scale is used. And we are again going back to the y-axis properties, and we can untick the box to go back to the normal linear scale. So we are applying it. So this is how we do this, right? So y-axis has this most important property of turning into the log scale or the linear scale, and there are other properties as well, but those are not as important. So these were the important properties of x-axis and y-axis, and you can use this property to do your analysis in a more efficient way. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this little lesson. I will meet you in our next lesson, where I'll be talking about layouts in charts, where you can open multiple charts on your screen. That will give you a more insight into the market in any particular sector. So in our next video lesson, we are going to be talking about layouts in Metastock. So goodbye for now.